That's right, everyone. We're talking about Sonic today. So if your local Discord moderator hasn't tickled your pickle in the DMs, then I'm sure this video will. Warning! This video contains opinions. If that's too scary for you, please leave the internet. Really, you don't belong here if you can't take opinions. Hey guys, want to play a game? Which is declining faster, my mental health or the quality of Sonic games? I'll give you a hint. It's both. You know what?
Grinds my gears.
You know what really? You know what makes me go? Bruh. It's watching something you love morph into an absolute pile of crap. Oh, and it's not the ironic funny kind of crap. I'm talking about that bullshit kind of crap. But before I get into what I hate, let me explain what made me love Sonic in the first place. As a young child, I would hang out at my grandparents' house in the basement, playing my mother's Genesis and all the classic Sonic games. You know, life was simple. I adored Sonic because of his attitude and just the overall quality of his games. Unfortunately, in the early 2000s, our family had some... And while I could never own the latest Sonic games, I would always visit a friend or hang out in a Walmart when a demo was just a console plugged into a kiosk with no limitations. By the way, did I ever mention that I beat New Super Mario Bros. In a Walmart before I ever bought the game? Either way, that's a story for another day. When I saw a new game when I was younger, I would always be highly optimistic. Sonic, my savior, could do no wrong! Sure, he had some bumps and bruises along the way, but there was always that Sega magic that made it worthwhile to be a Sonic fan. Because when they got it right, they got it right. In my opinion, I would call myself more of an overall Sonic fan. I love everything that classic, adventure, and modern have to offer in their own ways, and I don't view one style as superior. But as I graduated high school and faced the reality of the real world, so too did I when I started playing Sonic again. When it comes to identity, Mario is always Mario. I mean, sure, there are some small deviations, but when you see him, you already know his personality and how he's gonna act. He's a protagonist of Little Words who protects the Mushroom Kingdom and loves his brother Luigi. Sometimes. Even freaking Bubsy has had more stable character development. When you see Bubsy, you know what he's gonna do. He's annoying, he's always getting in the way, and very, very obnoxious. Now, let's counter that with Sonic. One moment, he's a serious silent protagonist. The next, he's cocky and carefree. Then, he's serious again. Then, he's a complete jokester. And then, he goes back into being a cocky guy that cares for his friends, sometimes. It's really confusing. There's nothing wrong with these personality traits in themselves, but instead of having them work all together, it just seems we only get two extremes. Haha funny Sonic, or edgy the hedgy emo mode. Now, countless others have said this, but I'll say it again. If the comic writers could get approval to work on the mainline Sonic games, I feel like we could have a Sonic that can display multiple emotions without it coming off as cheesy or just forced in a way. Sonic games are like as seen on TV ads. We're shown the product that looks promising at first, but then we're hit with the, but wait, there's more. Basically, there's always a catch. If you look at Sonic Colors, the first 3 acts in every world are actually pretty good and diverse, but the last 3 acts are just garbage in a way. No offense, but it's just pretty bad. The whiffs are fun, but they're used as an excuse for forced backtracking. While some people make fun of Lost World, it's actually a decent game with varied gameplay. Yeah, the story is bare bones and it looks like a Mario Galaxy clone, but people only complain about the Zeddy because their personalities are flat and similar to the Koopalings. I mean, they all wear their personalities on their arm. You have crazy, emo, fat, girl, old, and Bowser ripoff. I think the biggest problem the whole game faces is that it's just too generic. I remember purchasing Sonic Boom Rise of Lyric at full price and was presented with a glitchy mess some people would call. I purchased Sonic Boom Rise of Lyric at full price and was presented with a glitchy mess. Now, some people call 06 the worst game ever, but for me, this is probably the worst game ever, especially since it was sold and packaged as a full game. At least we know 06 was unfinished. They said Boom was finished. One good example of there being a catch in Sonic games is in my favorite Sonic game of all time, Unleashed. One good example of a Sonic game that has a catch is in my favorite Sonic game of all time, Unleashed. While I grew up with the Wii version, 360 version is superior in my opinion. So, those of you that like the other version, enjoy your watered down levels, and just because gathering Sun and Moon tokens are easier does not make it a better game. Anyway, like I was saying, there's a catch. Half the game is pure adrenaline and speedy perfection, but the other half is unfortunately less desirable. The main takeaway here is that there is gameplay I can return to, and that's what makes it a good game. You know what gameplay I don't like to return to? Sonic Forces. I rarely feel like I'm in control, the levels last shorter than me taking a wank, I love the music, but it sounds like a Minecraft dubstep intro, the story tries to be serious, but it comes off as cheesy, and while it's far from being a bad game, like so many online say it is, it's far from being a good game. It's just mediocre. And honestly, that's the worst kind of Sonic game. A mediocre one. People still play Unleashed today because it has great level design. People still play Generations because it has the best controls. People still play 06 because it's so bad, it's good in a way. But Unleashed? But Forces? There's really not much to come back to. Once you beat the stages, they're only about 30 seconds to a minute each, and they're not even that hard. Like, imagine if these games were people at a science fair. One dude brings in a chair that seemingly defies the laws of physics. One brings in a baking soda volcano that's so bad it implodes, but it's so bad it's good and kind of funny in a way. And then, the last person rolls up with this. It's quite irritating Sega won't re-release Sonic's games on modern platforms, individually or in a mega collection. It's like they used to be proud of their heritage, but now, instead of bringing back the stuff that people want, it's like they're just silently saying, hey, buy more Sonic merch, and forget about the new game stuff. And yes, before you say it, I know you can get most of those games on PC, but the lack of modern releases on other platforms just comes off as lazy, especially when there's digital stores. At the time of this video, the last two mainline Sonic games are Sonic Mania and Sonic Forces. While this isn't a fight of which gameplay style is better, Mania proves that if given to the right hands, you can make a good Sonic game. So, thank you for listening to my little rant about Sonic games and what I want out of them. I know everyone has varying opinions about games and such, but I really felt like I just had to speak out about my opinion. Thank you again to everyone that is in the... Once again, I want to say thank you very much for watching this video. If you haven't had the chance, take a moment to subscribe, follow the channel, or check me out on all that other social media garbage down below. Well, have a good one.